The Epistle for September the 14th, the Exaltation of the Holy Cross, is 1 Corinthians 1:18-24. For the word of the cross is folly to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. Where is the one who is wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the debater of this age? Has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world? For since, in the wisdom of God, the world did not know God through wisdom, it pleased God through the folly of what we preach, to save those who believe. For Jews demand signs, and Greeks seek wisdom, but we preach Christ crucified, a stumbling block to Jews, and folly to Gentiles. But to those who are called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ, the power of God and the wisdom of God. Many of those who heard Paul's message of salvation through the cross of Christ rejected it. The crucifixion was weakness and stupidity. Paul says to the contrary, that it is a message of power and wisdom for those whom God calls out of this perishing world. And this is the way God planned it. Today, the powerful and the wise increasingly reject Christianity, and we see the world perishing in madness. Most are not going to be persuaded by arguments. Two things happened this past year that touched the hearts of many. A madman entered a Bible study in a South Carolina church and shot 9 people. The world, in its madness, became obsessed with pulling down 150-year-old flags, the statues of ancient Confederate generals, and renaming buildings. The Christian brothers and sisters of the victims publicly prayed for the madman, forgave him, and praised God, and the hearts of many were moved. There is no argument here, just the wisdom of the cross of Christ displayed for all to see. In February, 21 Egyptian Christians were paraded along a beach in Libya. One by one, they were given an opportunity to save their lives by denying Christ. One by one, they prayed for God's mercy, and one by one, they were crowned as martyrs. 21 migrant workers from unimaginably poor villages in rural Egypt, where people suffer persecution for Christ daily. Men separated by poverty from their families. Here is the power of the cross, broadcast to the world for all to see. The world may or may not listen to what we say, but often they see who we are and what we do. Let us strive to manifest the wisdom and power of the cross in our lives. Let us pray that God will use us as beacons of Christ to a perishing world.